everyone. Coming up here on the Pro Wrestling Show presents the SmackDown Ring Report. The most dominant champion of the modern era, Roman Reigns, returns to the blue brand to set the rules of engagement with his cousin, Jey Uso. What does this mean? Jey had called out Roman last week, and Jey wanted to squash this beef with Roman, the years of abuse, years of everything. Jey Uso and Roman Reigns will sell their rules of engagement. We'll talk about it coming up. Also, too, we have the second of the Fatal 4-Way United States Championship invitation. It continues on, this time with former United States champion Rey Mysterio and former champion Sheamus. Also, newcomers Cameron Grimes and LA Knight both want a shot at the United States Championship and its champion, Austin Theory. A lot going on tonight. Also, too, Charlotte Flair was in action as well tonight. So, well, you told Charlotte Flair was in action as well. Told you, it's going to be a fully loaded pro wrestling show. Let's get things started with the pro wrestling show. It starts right now. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show. I'm your host, as always, Kendra Dix here. Glad you can join us here on the Pro Wrestling Show. Join in the conversation using the hashtag Pro Wrestling here on Connect. Like I said, this is the SmackDown Ring Report. And what a ring report we have for you, as you see right here. All these matches and stuff, we're going to get on board on the Pro Wrestling Show right now. So, let's not waste no time whatsoever. Let's get things started with this. As you see right here, these four men, Rey Mysterio, Sheamus, Cameron Grimes, and LA Knight, vying for an opportunity for a shot at the United States Championship against champion Austin Theory. So we kick that off right now, and we're going to kick it off right now. We ain't going to waste no time whatsoever. Let's get things started right now. All right, we're gonna sell it with this. A lot of NXT stars made their rare appearance on the show tonight, as you can see right here. Former North American champion Wesley and Dragon Lee in attendance. They're trying to see what's going on. But like we said, we're gonna get things started with this. Sheamus made his entrance tonight. Sheamus coming up there to make an entrance, as well as the legendary Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio coming in there tonight. But like I said, join in that conversation using the hashtag Pro Wrestling here on Connect. And don't forget to subscribe. Subscribing is caring. Tell a friend, call a friend, hit that subscribe button. So like I said, this is the Fatal 4-Way match for the second Fatal 4-Way for the U.S. Invitational. Who's going to advance to meet Santos Escobar one-on-one tonight? Well, like I said, who's going to meet Santos? Santos Escobar looking quite dominant last week. I think they're trying to build him up as well as they should. Even LA Knight came out there. LA Knight, the fan favorite. He's become the fans' newest favorite tonight. LA Knight coming out there to show the world that he wants to be the next U.S. champion, but he has to go through three men like he said, like he's going to do. LA Knight proven to be a top commodity in wrestling today, but LA Knight, I don't know what they're doing with him. Even you see right here, highlights of the match. LA Knight, they did some maneuver. Sheamus did a power bomb onto LA Knight. But Rey Mysterio we'll show you this what LA Knight did earlier. LA Knight tried to talk trash, trying to say that he's gonna win it. Unfortunately for LA Knight, that was not the case. LA Knight lost, but a lot of fans rallying behind him. I think that he missed that opportunity. I don't know what they're thinking, and I think like a lot of fans are saying that Triple H saying those who wait will have to wait when the time is right. We don't know when the time is right, but I mean SummerSlam was the moment, and SummerSlam was the idea, and I think WWE missed the boat on that, not putting LA Knight as win that match. Nothing against Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio really don't need this. Rey Mysterio has done it all in the WWE. WWE champion, winning US and Intercontinental champion. Rey Mysterio really didn't need this match, but I think LA Knight needed it the most. But they don't want to give it to LA Knight, which is kind of shameful, which I think they made a terrible mistake on that. LA Knight should be wrestling Santos Escobar for a shot at the U.S. Championship. And this, like I said, nothing against Santos, but I kind of like Santos, and I thought Santos get it down the road, but I think they want to push him now forward. So, hey, it is what it is. So, LA Knight didn't get the opportunity that a lot of fans had hoped for, but maybe down the road he might get it down the road. We don't know when, we don't know where, but we hope to see it some way down. Speaking of that, more NXT people showed up tonight on NXT tonight. SmackDown was in Orlando, and you saw NXT champion Carmelo Hayes along with his buddy Trick Williams. They all in attendance joining SmackDown tonight. Speaking of Carmelo even appeared backstage segment with Lashley. Carmelo and Trick Williams and Lashley. I think Lashley's trying to reform the Hurt business. I think Lashley had courted the Street Profits last week. Now he's trying to court the NXT champion Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams to join his stable. We'll see how that stable gonna do coming up. Also, too, NXT Women's Champion Tiffany Stratton was in the house as well. Tiffany Stratton showing her presence. She wants to be a part of it. And I think a lot of people are speculating that since they have media rights deals, that WWE is trying to pull all the stops to showcase NXT as a third brand. 1 minute is a third brand, next minute is a developmental brand. They just don't know what they want to call themselves. Well, we'll get that in a little bit later. But Austin Theory went in the match, tried to get involved, trying to attack Rey Mysterio. Lucky for Santos Escobar, who's trying to get a lot of attention and stuff. Santos trying to get the attention of everybody, even Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio giving him his endorsement. And Rey Mysterio giving the hand of friendship to Santos Escobar. Santos could be a big star in the wings and stuff. Like I said, I'm thinking myself, if Santos wins it, it'll probably be a SmackDown. That's what they are building towards, a SmackDown with that down the road. So we just have to wait and see how that's going to play out eventually. Well, Theory did not like that one bit. Austin Theory expressing his displeasurement and stuff. Theory expressing his concern to Adam Pearce that he wants a match against Santos later tonight on the show. And he did have a match against Santos. Theory went against Santos, and Theory lost to Santos Escobar in the match. So this could be a possibility that Theory could be losing his United States Championship against Santos down the road. And I mean, Santos, I think they're just trying to build Santos Escobar up. And Santos could be losing his coveted United States Championship. A lot of people are speculating that Santos need to lose that U.S. title. Not Santos, but Theory need to lose his United States Championship because the way of the world is on. I think Can show Theory one more time. Theory kind of trying to coulda, shoulda, woulda. The thing with Theory, he needs to lose that belt sooner rather than later and try to get himself back into, I would say, try to repackage him and stuff. Try to get him something to do because things ain't looking so well for Theory. Because if you're losing to Santos Escobar, Santos got your number. Then something ain't right. I think that's what Theory's trying to figure out what next. So could this be a precursor? Could this be a preview of what we might see with Theory losing the United States Championship to Santos Escobar next week? But Santos has to go through his mentor, Rey Mysterio, to get a shot at the United States Championship. And I think all are leading to Santos getting the shot. So look for Santos probably sometime next week getting the opportunity to go against Theory for the coveted United States Championship. You see that becoming the possibility and stuff in that way with that. Well, we stay in NXT. Speaking of NXT, we see right here Rhea Ripley, the women's champion. Rhea Ripley, the women's world champion from Monday Night Raw, came on the show with Dominic Mysterio. Dominic holding some new gold. Dominic Mysterio, the man with the gold. Dominic has that opportunity. One thing about Dominic Mysterio, he is not going to let loose on an opportunity like that. Dominic getting himself a moment of you know what. So one thing about Dominic got offended. He defended his championship against Pete Dunne in a match. Pete Dunne, Pete Dunne. What like call himself Butch? Well, Dominic just won his championship and retained it. Over Butch. So one thing about Dirty Dominic Mysterio, he's gonna keep a championship. Just won it Tuesday. So he's gonna keep the championship intact for him for his own sake. So that could be a possibility. Well, Charlotte Flair was in action. Charlotte went against Io Sky, the Money in the Bank winner. Charlotte put the stops to Io. Charlotte Flair getting her revenge on Io and Bayley. After what Io and Bayley are trying to do, they're trying to cash in on Charlotte. Bayley even having problems as well. Bayley having problems with Shotzi. Shotzi spending her focus in attacking Bayley, leaving Bayley high and dry. I say that right now. Bayley don't even see it coming. She even trying to stop the role model, trying to get Bayley to see her new image and what Bayley was trying to do, trying to cut her hair and stuff, which led matters even worse for Bayley and stuff. So we just have to wait and see how that's gonna play out eventually on SmackDown. Like I said, Rhea Ripley and Dominic with his new goal in his hands. Oh hey, how that be? All right, we come to this right here. The main event segment. Jey Uso and Roman Reigns, the undisputed Universal Champion, undisputed Universal WWE Champion. They had a summit, and the summit was to the rules of engagement, like a face-to-face or whatever the hell you want to call it. They came out there, Roman with his crew. Roman don't have a bloodline no more. Everybody from the bloodline split. Roman with Solo and Heyman in tow came out there to seek the conditions of Roman what he's going to do. And you tell right here, Roman looking at Solo, Solo looking at Roman, and Roman knew what he had to do. Roman Reigns came out there, and Roman Reigns came out there to issue his conditions and stuff, what he wanted to do. You see Paul Heyman looking at the championships, clutching them in tight and stuff. Well, we know this. Roman and Jay had a summit and the rules of engagement. Roman told Jay, you want a shot at the title, you got it. But Jay wanted something more. He wanted a tribal combat. I'm thinking myself, what the hell is a tribal combat? So it could be anything, falls count anywhere, no disqualification. He was talking about using a kendo stick, talking about putting them through announce tape, talking about using steel steps. He was talking about using the kitchen sink if we wanted to. Well, we got a chance on that and how that's gonna come down. Well, it will happen at SummerSlam, August 5th, between Roman and Jay. We'll see this match heading our way at SummerSlam for the Undisputed Universal Championship. Plus, Roman's tribal chief position is on the line as well. So there's a lot of stakes at line. Roman's title and his status are on the line. So we'll see how Roman's going to defend both at SummerSlam. All right. That ends the SmackDown ring report. And also, too, we had more guesses on the from NXT as well. The Capital Twins, I think they're going to be the precursor to the Bella Twins. Also, too, Tony D'Angelo and Stacks was there looking at Jay. So I guess numbers are going up for all three shows. So we had to see that momentum. And speaking of Charlotte Flair may have got her momentum tonight, but we know at SummerSlam there will be the highly anticipated triple threat match between champion Asuka defending her WWE Women's Championship against former champions Bianca Belair and Charlotte. I want to see this match so bad. I want to see what Charlotte can do to Bianca, what Bianca can do to Charlotte, and what Asuka can do to both. So it's going to be a match of the ages. A hell of a triple threat match in Detroit at SummerSlam between these three women. These three women are going to beat the holy hell out of each other. You can just tell it. You can just feel it. You can just sense it. You can tell it's going to happen. But we'll have to wait and see in nearly 2 weeks at SummerSlam. All right. We're going to move on to our hot topics on Hot Topics this week. We found that Cody Rhodes, he having problems with Brock Lesnar. But instead, Cody having his own problems. Cody Rhodes had his own premiere. Him and his family came to see Cody. I think his nephew looked just like him, spinning him as a Dusty. But we know that Cody Rhodes having his Peacock premiere, The American Nightmare, Becoming Cody Rhodes, that's coming out on Peacock on the end of this month. So we'll get to see Cody Rhodes outside where he talk about his AEW. You know, it's fascinating to see. He has to talk about it because that's part of his history. He wasn't able to do what he wanted to do if it wasn't for him going to AEW. All this stuff. I always say Cody's gonna do WWE, get the money from WWE, and then go straight back home to AEW. That's what he's gonna do. Cody ain't fooling nobody. He might be fooling everybody else, but he ain't fooling me. All right. That's going to end the Pro Wrestling Show presents the SmackDown Ring Report for this Friday night. We'll be back tomorrow for the Pro Wrestling Show Saturday night AEW Collision Ring Report. So for me being Kendra Dix saying so long, and thank you for watching the Pro Wrestling Show. See you later.